Do you regret going to the pub last night? Do you think you could have played a bit better if you hadn't?
No. You look way too excited to ask that question.
From full-blown tantrums.
Yeah. Is a serious question or is a joke? Is it serious? Yeah.
To awkward moments.
Honestly, are you asking me this?
These are the worst tennis interviews ever caught on camera. And somehow each one gets more uncomfortable, intense, and downright bizarre than the last. Watch as players snap, dodge questions, or go completely off script.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. I lost.
You lost?
Yes.
Oh.
This scene captures a memorable and somewhat awkward moment in tennis history, featuring French player Nicolas Mahut during a press conference at the 2014 French Open. Nicolas, understandably surprised and frustrated, questioned the journalist's preparation and asked if they'd even watched the match.
What happened out there?
Are you serious?
No.
Did you watch the match?
No, I didn't. I was told that you won. I'm sorry.
Question en français, s'il vous plaît.
Yeah, I get the impression he wasn't super impressed with that reporter. Moving on, another event that's highlighted in lists of most cringeworthy sports press conferences of all time is the Nick Kyrgios pub question. After a 2019 championship match lost to Nadal, the tennis ace hit out a journalist who asked him about his boozy night, claiming he had a boring life.
Do you regret going to the pub last night? Do you think you could have played a bit better if you hadn't?
No. You look way too excited to ask that question. You must have a really boring life.
That exchange escalated further when the reporter addressed crowd behavior for the third time in a row, drawing Novak's attention.
No, I don't regret my words or actions in the court.
How do you feel your mindset is when there is some disrespect from the crowd? Does it help you play better?
Do you have any other questions other than the crowd?
Novak has often shown frustration with interviewers, especially when questions veer into personal or controversial topics. His guarded demeanor and occasional confrontations reveal his discomfort with invasive or repetitive media inquiries, as we see here.
It's more of an overview. What's it been like to be something of the bad guy chasing after Roger and Rafa all these years?
Dude shut down that reporter fast.
I don't consider myself a bad guy, but I mean, it's your opinion, but I'm not chasing anybody. I'm making my own path and my own journey and, my own history.
For Hurkacz, the story's different. The Polish tennis player Hubert Hurkacz found himself in a bizarre situation when he faced a press conference after his Monte Carlo Masters clash against Italian Thomas Fabiano.
Maybe a couple of questions in English and then we'll switch to Polish. Who wants to start? Please raise your hand. Any questions in English?
In fact, during a press conference, not a single question came his way, basically just sitting there like a forgotten Zoom participant or a lumpy potato. The dude just smiled through the silence in what turned into a super awkward interview.
No question, that's nice. Nice press conference.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thanks everyone. Thank you.
Bad interviews can take a lot of shapes and forms. For Roger Federer, it was a case of journalists not getting their facts straight. If you're gonna go to a press conference and ask Roger the gazillionth question of his long trilingual media career, you better have all your ducks in a row. Otherwise, the Swiss star is gonna drop a couple of well-deserved barbs on you.
With regard to the change in the Davis Cup format, does that allow for you to be able to set that week aside and be a part of the brand new format that they're going to roll out this year? Obviously, you've got a Davis Cup title.
In this interview, this journalist asked about Federer's participation in the Davis Cup, but the awkward part is, he didn't actually qualify. Ooh. Despite the lighthearted jab, he was reportedly really cool and playful about the whole situation.
In the Davis Cup, I can't, because we're not qualified for the finals. No problem. So there goes your question. Better research next time, buddy.
For Nadal, this was the same case. In an interview, he had to correct a reporter who was spreading false information about him. During the interview, when asked about Nadal's comparative lack of success in the Australian Open, the reporter highlighted that Nadal hasn't made it to the semifinals since winning the title in 2009.
I just wanted to ask, you haven't reached the semi-finals at the Australian Open since you won the title in 2009. I just wondered if there's anything you find difficult or challenging about the conditions compared to other Grand Slams.
Yeah, Nadal then proceeded to correct the reporter, respectfully informing him that he had reached the final of the competition, not 1, 2, or 3, but 4 times, thank you very much.
I am very sorry to tell you, I don't want to, but I have been in the final of 2012, 14, 17, 18.
In another press conference, Nadal didn't take this question lightly. After losing to Alexander Zverev in the ATP Finals, Nadal had a run-in with a journalist. He dismissed the strange notion that his play was impacted by his then recent marriage.
Marriage is a very important and destructive thing. Before the marriage, during the marriage, after the marriage. Your concentration on tennis life has been a bit different.
Yeah, when an Italian journalist said that maybe Nadal's loss was because of his new marriage, Nadal lost it.
Honestly, are you asking me this? Yeah. Is it a serious question or is it a joke? Is it serious? Yeah.
Yeah, Rafa was not impressed. Another player left shocked by the journalist in the list of bad journalism is none other than Nick Kyrgios. So after winning an Australian Open round 1 match in straight sets, Nick wasn't prepared for a question about his bananas. After defeating his opponent, Nick hurled a banana peel into the crowd, among a bunch of other stuff.
Nick, there was a moment at the end of the match where you were cleaning up.
Yes.
I think you tossed away a banana. Was that just so the ball kids wouldn't have to do it?
So when he got the question, he was kinda unimpressed and let the reporter know it.
You gotta do better than that, bro. Come on now. Oh my god. Is it a serious question?
Yeah.
Oh my god. The next question.
Back to Raja, and this time he completely loses it on a reporter.
Do you think Djokovic will be as dominant or even more dominant than you have been, having him no great opponents in the future?
An Australian Open journalist found out the hard way not to get under Roger's skin after the loss to Novak with a string of questions the Swiss was having none of.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful how you phrase a question. You don't want to be rude to the other players because you gotta face them. I don't have to face them. Yeah, I don't ask them stupid questions like that. I think there's a lot of good players on the tour, I'll tell you that.
Rogers had some interesting press conferences in his time, but he was notably frustrated after a loss to Novak at the Australian Open semi-final.
Match and the one of tonight, or apart from the scores?
Why compare?
Yeah, that rattled Roger as he decided to shut down the reporter.
I think it was... Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's the greatest question, to be honest. What do you want me to say? I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I think it's not relevant tonight, so...
In women's tennis, Serena Williams is a big name, Nada, an icon, a role model, and everything. But she had her own fair share of controversy. In an interview, she defended herself from banned drugs accusations, claiming she's never used any banned substances.
Why I didn't get, excuse me, can you talk louder so everyone can hear you asking me about my drugs?
Why you didn't get a TB for
Okay. I've never tested positive. I've always gotten a TB, so you should fact check that.
Yeah, this reached a point where she completely shut down a reporter and spoke her thoughts on the situation.
I've always been the kind of player that if you're going to beat me, you're going to beat me. And I'm going to congratulate you. But I'm never, ever going to take an advantage and try to have an advantage over someone else, because that's not who I am.
Speaking of thoughts, what are yours on the interviews and which one caught you off guard? Make sure you let us know in the comments section down below, and we'll see you next time.